So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Creatio's webinar today. It's a very special occasion today because we are joined by a valued partner, Velvetech, as we discuss our topic, which is gaining control of multi-channel customer engagements, how to easily set up, measure effectiveness, and scale a call center with low-code technology. We're excited to discuss this topic with you in greater detail today with Creatio and our valued partner, Velvetech. My name is Creatio, and I look forward to joining one of my colleagues and the partner as we walk through our discussion. We hope to make this an interactive discussion, so we welcome you to post all of your questions in the Q&A section throughout the webinar. And following the discussion, we'll provide all of our registered participants with a recording of the webinar, and we hope to answer any of those unanswered questions offline today. So again, I'd like to just introduce myself. I'll be hosting the call today. My name is Creatio, and I'm a Marketing Communications Manager at Creatio. I'm joined by my colleague, Eric Hale from Creatio, who's the Global Head of Sales Enablement, Yuri Yashkov, the CEO of Velvetech, Artemy Firsov, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning Specialist at Velvetech, Roman Mastabev, Strategic Client Account Manager at Velvetech. So I want to just give these gentlemen a brief moment to say hello to our audience.
Hello.
Hey guys, thank you for joining.
Hello everyone.
So we've established an agenda for today. First, we'll discuss the companies that will be introducing our topic, and we'll tell you a bit more about our speakers. Then we'll talk about customer service experiences and provide today's perspective, followed by an overview of Velvetech and Creatio's offerings. Next, we'll dive into artificial intelligence solutions for contact centers, followed by a live demonstration of a low-code platform at work. Then we will follow up with the Q&A section, which I mentioned earlier. And again, we really encourage you to list your questions in the Q&A section. We really want to make this an interactive discussion today, and we hope to meet all of your questions and needs throughout the webinar. So Yuri, I'd like to hand it off to you. Yuri, we're so pleased to have you.
Hello everyone, and thanks for having me here. This is Yuri Yushkov, and I'm excited because we have packed this webinar with a great material, and I'd like to start with some introductions. I'm the CEO at Velvetech, and I have led this company since 2004, and my professional career began 20 years ago with banking software development, and now progressed to creating SaaS platforms and business software applications for some of the Fortune 500 companies and SMBs across many industries globally. And I have my team members with me today. Artemy Firsov. He's our team lead and product manager for our contact center solutions and AI. And Roman Mastabev, our strategic client account manager, and he's in charge of business development and customer success with our contact center solutions that are based on Creatio platform. So why Velvetech is a leader in the area of contact centers? Since 2004, Velvetech has been on the cutting edge of developing solutions. We worked with this top of the phone system platforms on the market globally, including RingCentral and 2600Hz. We worked with several top CRM software vendors. That includes Creatio, who is our leading CRM vendor partner today. And we're going to take a deep dive into how expertise in artificial intelligence and machine learning empowers operations of sales, marketing, and service today. And it's important to note that Velvetech delivers its services globally. We do so through our headquarters in Chicago and our centers of excellence in Central America and Eastern Europe. We have over 90 full-time experts who are developing, who implement and support our software solutions, and they facilitate the innovation and growth for our customers. So working with so many innovative clients in their continuously evolving business challenges, we actually have gained the deep knowledge and expertise in several industries, from manufacturing to distribution and logistics, to financial services, insurance, healthcare, and more. And I'd like to thank you for joining our webinar today, and I'd like to pass the microphone to Eric.
Thanks, Yuri. Really appreciate the introduction to Velvetech. I'm very excited to be on the call with you guys. Hello, everyone. Eric Hale, Director of Sales Enablement at Creatio. Like Yuri, I've been in the industry for more years than I'd like to admit, but really focusing on customer engagements and customer experience platforms. So my current role here at Creatio as Director of Sales Enablement is to really align our go-to-market strategy amongst our sales, marketing, and operations team to ensure that we execute on that strategy and ensure that we bring our customers value at every stage of their journey. With that being said, for those of you that are not familiar with Creatio, I'm going to kick it back over to my capable colleague, Corey, to tell you a little bit more about Creatio as a company.
Oh, thank you, Eric. I'm so flattered. Great. So for those of you who are less familiar with Creatio, well, this will be a reminder for many of you, Creatio is a globally diverse organization with 5 offices worldwide. We have over 650 employees at those offices, and we have a robust and continuously growing channel network of over 700 partners, inclusive of consultants and system integrators. This robust channel network and large base of employees enables us to deliver our solution in 110 countries worldwide. We're also recognized by key industry analysts, which we'll talk about in a bit more detail as we move forward in our discussion today. So we are actually included in 5 Gartner Magic Quadrants, 2 of which we are a leader in, the Magic Quadrant for Salesforce Automation and the Magic Quadrant for CRM Lead Management. The 2 former of these Gartner Magic Quadrants really speaking to and emphasizing our low-code and process management capabilities, which we'll be discussing in a bit more detail today. We're also recognized in 7 Forrester Waves, which is a very impressive accomplishment. You know, it's a great qualification to be included in 1 Forrester Wave. So for Creatio to be included as a strong performer in 7 is quite reputable. The former 2 of these waves speaking to our process automation and low-code capabilities, and 5 of these waves following speaking to our SFA and CRM capabilities. We're very proud of this analyst recognition, and we look forward to continuing to grow this recognition over the coming years. So Eric, I believe I'm handing back off to you.
Thanks again, Corey. And yeah, I'm really excited to be talking about customer experience. This is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. And I feel that, you know, customer experience is constantly evolving. You know, consumers nowadays, they don't buy products, they buy experiences. And, you know, even though, you know, we may differentiate ourselves on price or best-in-class features, that will only last so long before your competitors start to, you know, catch up on that pricing, those differentiators. So really, customer experience can be your last true differentiator in the market. So customers will typically buy from companies that you know, are providing great experiences. So that's why I really like to focus in this area, because again, it could be really, I went ahead 1 too far, guys, don't read anything. It really can be that last differentiator. So you know, as I mentioned, consumer expectations are constantly evolving, constantly changing. And if we think about it from our personal experiences, think about the way you shop or the way that you bank and manage your money. It's really driving your expectations for better experiences. So to give a simple example of that, I can research products on Amazon Prime. I can go out, I can compare products, I can ask questions, I can get answers from crowdsourced peers. Then once I've made my decision, I can order with 1 click and then have that product delivered to my house within 2 days at no charge typically. And that's, you know, a great experience, right? And this is really why the need for highly personalized, seamless digital experiences is more important than ever. So if we look at a couple of these statistics, they talk about having a service available when and where your customers want it, right? 75% of customers will not use one but multiple channels just to reach out to a company, right? So we have to be engaging with customers on the channel of their choice. And then we also, beyond just opening up channels, have to ensure that that service experience is going to be consistent regardless of channels. So 71% of customers desire a consistent experience across any channel, but only 29% feel that they receive it. And that's from a recent Forbes survey. So this really can illustrate how customer experience is going to drive. So there's a great quote over here from Karen Mills from Harvard Business School. Customers have proven that they'll flock to whoever gives them a better experience. So again, this can be your last true differentiator. So when we talk about customers flocking, we can take a look at some of these facts. According to a recent Forbes study, poor customer service is going to cost businesses more than $75 billion annually. And this is really why organizations need to invest in technologies that will enable them to provide better experiences and also help them streamline the way that they manage their customer engagements. This can have many benefits, right? So, if we allow customers to self-serve, typically that will save about 1 to 3 million in annual savings. So anytime you can go to that lower cost channel of supporting customers, that's actually going to help your bottom line. Also, we can see that 50% of companies are applying advanced analytics to anticipate their service structure, where it's working, how can they improve it. So they can start to do things like reduce their average handle time, increase their or decrease their average speed to answer. All of these metrics that can really help drive better results within an organization from not only just a cost standpoint, right? So if we can lower that AHT or average speed to answer by a couple of points, that's going to have a financial benefit. But on the flip side of that, there's also soft benefits of that as well. Like that's going to lead to better customer experience. If a customer can call in, be known as a person, have their question answered in a very timely manner, and again, on any channel that they want, the better experience that they're going to have. And bear with me, my mouse is struggling with me. So according to Gartner, to achieve this, organizations really have to focus on 4 key areas. And since we have a partner that's dealing with this day in, day out on the call, Yuri, you're on the front line with customers who are implementing this kind of technology. Could you talk about how you see the strategy working for your customers?
Absolutely. Eric, as we continue to innovate with our customers and research further the critical role of artificial intelligence and machine learning, we've actually found out that augmenting the human capabilities in a contact center fundamentally has 4 key pillars, which we have identified together with our partners. And I mean that these areas where the contact center technology stack provides the new capabilities, we can address those challenges, and those key pillars, they include connecting with customers through different digital channels, and it happens at the time of their buyer journey, or those customers whom the brand is servicing at those times when they request help. So at the same time, you see when the managing of the resources applied through the artificial intelligence, the managers who can work with their staffers at those contact centers, they are able to provide on demand the best knowledge for them. And the idea actually is to let them grow to the level of their top performers across the entire contact centers above and beyond different cohorts of teams in terms of how long they have been at the contact center and what level of onboarding they have went through. And this is done, I'd like to mention that this is done by giving them the best tools, and those tools are best that are scalable to different types of use cases, and they match the process across the day-to-day duties in the work setting of the contact center agent. But at the same time, those tools have to be capable of bringing the highest level of process automation and able to manage the flow of interactions intelligently. And this is done through leveraging the AI and machine learning based on the context of every single conversation. And it actually makes those conversations and interactions tailored toward the individual needs of the customer or prospect, specifically at the stage of their service or buyer journey. And I'd like to
excellent. So now we're going to open up for a poll for our audience today. We hope that you'll participate and just select the response that you feel best answers our question, which is which area of your customer service experience has the greatest opportunity for improvement? So we're going to give our audience just a moment to answer this question. And guys, how about we take a question from the audience? What do you think?
Sounds great.
Great. So one of our questions that has come in is, how can you handle customers' requests when your employees are working remotely? What tools should service agents have right now? Eric, how about you take this question?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, this situation has really driven organizations to kind of figure this problem out very quickly. I would say at a high level, obviously the cloud has enabled people to work from anywhere, right? So we have cloud telephony, so whether that's SIP phone or connecting directly through a computer, we give the ability to kind of have that cloud-based system route calls to individuals no matter where they are, as long as they have an internet connection. From there, we also still need to be connected to all of our customer records, our customer database, and that's really where tools like a CRM can come into place, so we can start to track and manage those interactions, have access to those customer records, and also ensure that we're providing that same level of service as if that person was sitting in a contact center. So at a high level, I think that there's that, but not only is it just the technology, but there also has to be a way to track and manage that. So again, there needs to be messaging and communication from the top down on that strategy of how we're going to keep that level of support consistent even while working remotely.
Excellent, thanks, Eric. So let's take a look at our results here. So it looks like the most answered response was in engagement process orchestration. And while we agree that these are all great areas for improvement that organizations need to be focused on right now in particular, this is definitely a very important one. So gentlemen, let's continue and continue highlighting some of these topics here.
Okay, so I think we have control back. So just a little bit about Creatio's vision. We'll talk a little bit about our products, but our vision really is where the Creatio platform can help organizations automate business ideas within a minute. And again, this is without any heavy development resources or IT skills. And we'll show you how we do that through our low-code platform. And what you're seeing on the screen in front of you right now is just a snapshot of our framework. And as you can see, at the foundation is our Studio Creatio. And this is our low-code application development platform, where we're using low-code drag and drop, if and then functionality to create custom business applications, workflows, business processes. And again, because it's low-code, You don't necessarily need to understand a programming language or have coding skills or developer skills. This can be done at the business analyst level. So that is the foundation that we've actually built our full-fledged comprehensive CRM applications on top of. So we have full sales, marketing, and service automation. But beyond that, in that fourth box, what you're seeing is our Creatio marketplace. Our Creatio marketplace is an online repository of over 600 applications, connectors, templates that can actually extend the core functionality of Creatio into other aspects of your business and integrate with other third-party systems and applications. Kind of what our differentiators are, or we like to refer to them as our superpowers, is based on three key areas: our unified CRM, our business process management engine, and that low-code platform that we just discussed. And to dive into those a little deeper, when we talk about a unified CRM platform, we didn't grow by acquisition. We built our platform from the ground up. So we have sales, marketing, and service on a single platform, which means a single user interface and a single customer database across all of those functions. Secondly, we have our powerful business process management engine. And this is really where we can start to guide users to the next best action or the next best offer within that customer engagement. We can build full-fledged business process management. So we can build that process, automate repetitive tasks, and then, again, guide users to the next best action or next best offer within the CRM. And then finally, we have our full-fledged low-code platform. And again, this is really where you can create custom business applications. You can create the design and look and feel of the platform very easily without, again, any coding skills. This really will help with the ability to have user adoption. So we have full-fledged low-code capabilities, and we're going to be showing that a little bit within the demonstration as well. So to talk a little bit about what you can automate with low code, we just kind of mentioned a lot of that. We can automate processes, everything from your front office employees, those customer facing employees, all the way to the back office to support those processes that are running in the background. So, front office might be, being able to handle your marketing, sales, organization, but back office might be your human capital management, procurement, finance. All of that can be automated very easily utilizing low-code technology. And you can see some of those examples in the center blue section here of this particular slide. But we have the ability to create everything from the user interface, all of the integrations, configure AI and ML algorithms to guide those processes through the system. So we can automate virtually anything, to be honest, utilizing low code. And at this point, I think it's great to talk about low code, and it's great to talk about all of the benefits, but Yuri, I'm going to turn it back over to you and your team to let the audience know how the combination of Velvetech and Creatio can help organizations deliver better customer experience.
Thank you, Eric. And as we go through discovery meetings with our customers, they may come with somewhat different immediate needs. So some of them are being driven by their immediate need for better agent coaching, or they would like to look deeper into the conversations to navigate through their workflow better and drive better outcomes, or they just want to connect in real time to their customers and apply that knowledge in a better way or in a more meaningful way. We actually see around all this customer needs what we're able to see what unifies them. So obviously their intent is to reduce the cost, or the driving motive is to reduce the cost, speed up the process of onboarding and coaching of their agents, and give them better tools that can leverage the new technology to be more fluent in the conversations with customers, but ultimately they all want to achieve a more intelligent orchestration of operations. And this is where the low code is really an indispensable tool and capability where you master those processes and utilize AI machine learning to make them intelligent. And I'd like to illustrate that. I'd like to expand a little bit on this one of the aspects of the AI and machine learning. So why exactly the speech analytics is so important and why that matters for the contact center. We understand that the solutions that we provide, they're deeply integrated, and the speech analytics, it's actually like a gluing mechanism that allows for extracting information from unstructured data, such as calls and audio or text and messaging, and really understand. So using this approach and this technique, we can do a lot of things. We can look into the data, which is collected through every single conversation in the contact center. We can leverage this knowledge through the way we are analyzing the audio, understand and capture and understand emotions, and intelligently identify those customer interests and concerns that they express when they interact with the contact center. All of this technology, when it's combined together with the low coding, where the process kicks in on certain triggering events or on business rules, with this AI machine learning augmentation to those processes, it lets us to provide the on-time support and guidance to the agents when they are working on a call. And the results are huge. The improvements in the conversation means that they can become shorter, because your reps can get into the right points of either the sales conversation through that best, or we call it optimum path, golden path, or they can just resolve the tickets faster. And the conversations towards the most optimal outcomes become more meaningful, and they become possible. And the best way to illustrate that would be to show you one of the business cases that we prepared to share today. And I would like to pass the microphone to Artemy and let him speak about that.
Thank you, Yuri. Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Artemy. So I will present you today the business case we had with one of our clients on integrating call analytics and transcription service into a call center. So, and the client I'm talking about is the DataGuard USA company. Basically, this is a document management company connecting individuals and business owners with local service providers to scan, store, and shred private information. They have 8 operators in the call center, around 1,000 calls a day, and they use NICE inContact as their telephony. Okay. And basically, the biggest challenge that they have is that they wanted to get to the analytical data and get some decision-making tools. So they have everything set up, their call center, their operators, their inbound queue management, but what would be even better if they had some insights of what is going on within their calls that the operators are making. So our main issue to solve was to give the client a better image of their target audience, their needs, and how their call center operates. And within our approach, the first step is to monitor and record calls. We do that to get the audio data, which we can further transcribe to get the text data. And this text data can be fed into an AI solution to learn from each call and implement best practices. And so having it all integrated to our client call center, they're not only able to access call logs and call recordings from within their Creatio installation, but also they can access the knowledge and the data from within the calls. For example, they can compare the agent talk time versus the customer talk time within a certain call. they can understand if an agent told certain phrases or words during the call to further score the agent and understand if the agent is script adherent or did they said to the client what they wanted them to say. Of course, as we do transcription, we can visualize the dialogue with speaker identification and appropriate timestamps. And all the data coupled with the Creatio CRM functionality, advanced filtering, and flexible dashboards, which are customizable with the low-code graphical tool, they can now get insights to what is going on within their calls and within their call center. So again, for example, they can compare how their agents perform to find the best performer to further learn skills which drive sales the most. So thank you. That was the business case. And Yuri, I'm passing the microphone back to you.
Thank you, Artemy. I appreciate that. And you may ask us how we deliver this. What kind of platform stays behind of this user experience that we deliver to the customer? So we will be providing a demo in just a moment, and before we switch to a demo, I wanted to give you this visual over the architecture. So you can see on the left-hand side the AI solution modules, and the reason for those is to be able to augment the data flow. The data flow interactions and information that is managed through the system from the customer who connects to the agent or contact center operator through the phone system. So we show Velvotel, our telephony system on top, and that connects the customer's prospects through a variety of media channels, through the voice, SMS, video, instant messages, and activities on their websites, through landing pages and forums. And it is all captured and fed into the platform, to the activity management cloud. And all of the data is being augmented through the AI solutions, and then it's fed into the business decision or support systems, which can be a CRM, can be an agent control management system, dashboarding, and business analytics. So this is combined, combination of elements is the architecture and structure of the system. As we look into the structure of our platform, at the application level, we see that we have several modules. All of these modules are available on the Creatio marketplace today, both as the full system or as a standalone add-on for Creatio. And these components, they're based on Velvotek Cloud Phone System, which has APIs and integration tools for all other modules. And the call analytics and artificial intelligence capabilities, they drive the processing of voice, audio, and media into augmented data points. And then it's following up into inbound and outbound contact center. So based on your use case, based on your brand's needs that you have today, you can be handling the inbound phone calls or making the outbound telemarketing campaigns that can be delivered at the highest possible call volumes. And this system, it enables the individual personalized attention that is required from your agents and operators during the phone calls. And all of these modules, they're seamlessly integrated into one platform, which is Creatio, and works on top of the Creatio Studio or sales or marketing and service clouds of Creatio. Velvotek was blessed to work with customers in different industries, and the great experience that we are sharing today in insurance, in supply chain management, in financial services, they would not be possible without our customer engagement and their chief innovators or chief operating officers. What I mean is that why Velvetech stands out and what differentiates us is that we focus on customer needs and tailored solutions, as opposed to providing the cookie cutter tool sets and something that is rigid or not customizable at all. And this is probably why we have such a successful partnership with Creatio and the low-code platform, because this is our philosophy, this is our culture, and it worked best for the customers. So when customers discuss their challenge with us and we find a creative solution and then combine it all together using the low-code platform and also using the customization tools that we have in our tools, it drives the best solution and provides the best solutions for the customers. And I would like to let Roman show our solution features and capabilities. But again, I would like to encourage you to think of your use case, how that may apply to your particular scenario of your organization or your end customer, and then we can go through those questions later on after this demo. And I think this would be the most efficient way to find the best solution. Go ahead, Roman. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuri. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for joining our meeting today, and I'm happy to demonstrate our features. And let me start from the CRM, from the Creatio. As you know, one of the main entity of the CRM is the contact base or contacts. You can store various information about the contacts, link them to orders and tickets, create activities. And of course, you want to build relationships with these contacts and deliver exceptional customer experience. For this purpose, you need the right set of tools. First of all, I want to show you how easy you can dial with your clients and prospects with a click-to-call feature. And let me choose one of the contact, Yuri. And as you can see, the phone number is displayed in communication options and it's clickable. So I can make a call from Creatio by just one click of a mouse on this green button. Let's try. And as you can see that the call goes. And when the person you're calling is picking up the phone, now you can see the features in the dial pad that we enable in here. You can click the dial pad to enter the extension number. You can transfer a call by typing a phone number or choosing a contact record or your extension. You can put the call on hold. Yeah. And mute and unmute the call. Thanks, Yuri, for picking up the phone. I end the call. And when you call, the call card will be opened immediately. And also you can open the call card from the CTI panel. Let me show it. After the call, you can select the call disposition result and take a note about this call, and let it be a call later and call later here also, and we can save it. And as you can see, it's very easy to do, and the call that you made is displayed in CTI panel also. Let me close this. Call card was closed, and we are back to the main page of our contact. From the same page, you can do other types of communication. Communication tools are listed in this area. We have phone, we have email, internal chat between employees, and we have ability to set up tasks. And this list is extendable. SMS message sending capability and the WhatsApp, Viber, Telegram can be added here in this panel. All outbound and inbound communications with the contact, like phone calls, emails, SMS messages, are consolidated in a history and in timeline. In timeline, we can see that most recent activities. In timeline, we can see the most recent activities which were made. Now we go to call history. In this section, a manager or an authorized user can review the call center activity. All calls processed by your agents are listed here with primary details such as call direction, results. And if you click on a call, you can play the recording of this call or start transcribing it. Just to play the recording, you should click this button. Yeah, you can hear it. Or you can transcribe the call by clicking this button. Let's try. Yeah, and when this process is finished, you will get a notification. Now let's open call and I show you what you will see when the call is already transcribed. When we get into the transcript by clicking this tab, we get a very detailed view into the phone call recording. We can see transcribed by speakers, and speakers are color coded. One speaker is green, another speaker is blue. We can jump ahead and scroll the dialogue forward and backward. In the conversation, we can see that the audio track is already properly divided. If I play one part of the call, we can see that the audio track is synced up with the text data. Let's try to play this part, then this part, and this part. You can see it's synced up. And you can download this recording and export the transcript and copy it to the clipboard. So it's very easy to do. The next important feature that we enable in Creatio is a scorecard. Scorecard is used for agent quality assurance. The artificial intelligence engine is able to analyze every call and tell you, without you doing any research or spending time on that, did the agent ask all of the right questions that you trained them to ask during the conversation, or did the agent tell all the right things that you want them to tell? With this feature, you don't need to listen to every call anymore. All you need is to set up this panel with information and questions you want your agents to ask, and the natural language processing does all the rest automatically. It accurately monitors and scores agent script adherence based on preset criteria. The score is displayed in this field. Another part of our call analytics platform is timing details. You can find them all in one tab. The information about conversation duration, on-hold time, time to connect are displayed here. This tool helps you to analyze all timing details and track, is your agent an active listener or not? We make it possible thanks to the automatic speaker identification process. Another important feature of our platform is dashboards. Let's close it and go to dashboards. Those who are familiar with Creatio know this module. It comes out of the box, call analytics, and it shows the number of calls today and the average call duration. And it shows a leaderboard presenting who is your top performer in terms of working on the phone. And Velvetech expands this functionality by using the AI capabilities of our platform. One of the things that I can illustrate here is how marketing can be measured. You can track your sorry guys, let me download this page again. Yeah, now it's downloaded. And as I said, one of the things that I can illustrate is how marketing can be measured. You can track your marketing efficiency and have a view into the top skills of your agents that are scored by the AI engine. So those skills that you train your agents for, that are found in the conversations, in the transcriptions that are made by our system, they are analyzed automatically, and the dashboard shows the relationship between the calls and the conversion that you have. For example, you can visualize the top skills that lead to conversion of your marketing. What if Now you can see that they're easy to call and analyze, from Creatio. And what if you need to do hundreds or several hundreds of calls in the performance mode during the day? What if your agent is tasked with making hundreds of calls within the telemarketing campaign? And this is where our next tool comes in. I have it opened right here on my screen. So this is a look into the module, and it's called Activity Management Cloud PowerDialer. With this tool, you can make a lot of outbound calls in the most efficient way, just one after another. And when on each call, agents see data points necessary for them to see the context of the call and perform actions such as talking to customers, sending them follow-up emails, taking notes, tracking disposition of every call in the most time-efficient manner possible, and switch to the next call. This is where a PowerDialer tool comes handy, which is seamlessly integrated with Creatio. It looks into the leads created in Creatio, contacts that are necessary to be dialed, and everything is synced into the PowerDialer in real time. So then the agent make massive volume of call from the single window interface. And let me show you how it's done. Let me close it. Let's open one of the contact. In this field, we concentrate the most important information about the contact. And this information let the agents immediately get the context of the tasks they're processing. And also the contact information of whom they are calling to. It could be email, for example. And also when the agent is talking to the person, they may have to verify some information, type in here, save, and it goes to Creatio. Let's try to make a call. We click this button and make a call. As you can see, the system connects them immediately. I'm just going to hang up not to hear this. And call script displayed immediately also. And let's imagine I'm an agent right now, and I say hello and say who is calling and name myself, and I ask, can I talk to Andrew, please? And if I hear this is Andrew, I'm clicking it's them button in the script, and that takes me to the next step in my conversation. I say, hey Andrew, and I'm as an agent might have a small talk here, and then I get to the point. Andrew, have you released your house here? And let's imagine also that I'm an agent calling homeowners trying to convince them to release their house with me. And he said, no, I've not released it yet. And after these words, we immediately understand this may be a potential opportunity, and go that direction and then click that button. And I hope you get the idea, guys. And if in the script, the way it can be set up, you can have talking points, drop downs, data entry fields such as this, where I'm capturing the best time when I can come to them. Yeah, let it be 10 a.m. And then when I click the pre-qualification questionnaire button. All these comprehensive features can be set up in a script, and then your agent can walk through this flow of conversation driven by the script. You can see I can collect important information from the customer during the conversation, and then all this information would go to the custom fields in Creatio. Then when we finish, we can click complete and go to next activity. And when I'm done and saved, it's saved to Creatio. And as you can see, it's immediately loading information about the next person. The fields are updated with the next record to call. I'm ready to perform my next call. And I repeat this process again and repeat it over and over, contact by contact, in very, very productive manner. And when I finish with this contact, I can click call next listing. A new contact to call next listing, and I can do it again and again. And it's very useful feature to make a lot of outbound calls just one by one. One more feature I want to demonstrate is knowledge base. It's here. where you can, it's a place where you can publish different articles or information that you want the call center agent to share with the customers when they are talking, or it could be some objections handling like this. And also we have one more feature. If your agent needs to take a break, he or she can do it from the PowerDialer tool. And in case of inbound calls coming into the queue router, which I'm going to tell you in a moment, that person is not going to be considered as an active agent. And let me talk about call routing. Next page. So the concept of this inbound queue management is that you can have as many queues as you want. You can label them and set them up as far as your sales, support, your marketing, customer service type queue, and you can assign agents to the queue. And manager can be on the top of this process. The manager can track the status of every agent, and this platform lets you manage inbound and outbound call centers. And one more important thing is that a manager or an authorized person can monitor every call in real time, and manager has an ability to listen to a call, take over the call, or just whisper some information to the agent during the conversation. And let me talk about the last thing. Was unlocked. I just wanted to tell that all the telephony operations, all the nation-wide dialing, SMS messaging, capability to call, all this phone system and dialing related features are powered by our cloud-based phone system. And you can see it on my screen. And we provide nation courier services at a very affordable price, and we are the best in class VoIP service provider. Thank you very much, guys, for your attention, and I'm going to pass the microphone back to Yuri.
Thank you, Roman, and thank you all for staying through the demo with us. You can find these solutions and platform modules on Creatio Marketplace. The contact center product suite, the separated modules and whatnot. Please take a look. Go over a list of the use cases that we published, modules and features, functionalities that we provide. And of course, feel free to download this to your Creatio instance. Reach out to us with any questions. We can schedule a presentation, live demo, discuss your needs, and show exactly how this platform can be tailored to your needs thanks to low code approach based on Creatio platform that we offer in the market today together with Creatio. And we have saved a few minutes for questions and answers, which is great. So let's take a couple of questions, and feel free to follow up later after this with any questions that you may have via email.
Yes, thank you so much to the Velvetech team for such a helpful demonstration. You know, this has been a really great viewing experience for our audience. So let's take another question from our audience. How can you improve call center resolution time? What tools can help employees to increase efficiency? And I know we did talk about this throughout the demo, but maybe just to highlight some things while we close up today.
Oh, this is actually a great question. And all of the tools we are demonstrating, they lead to this result, to decrease the cost, the time, and expedite the resolution. So when the agent works right on the edge of the question, or when the agent has the right knowledge at their fingertips, and when the process automation tweaks them through the flow, I mean, switches them through the flow at the right time to the right next thing to do, this all works towards the speeding up and improving the outcome. We see reduction of the time down to 40–45% reduction in the time that requires to take in order to resolve the case. And we see the increase in the outcomes, like better conversions, 50–60% across our customers.
That's some very impressive statistics. Thank you so much, Yuri, for answering this question from the audience. Actually feeds into our next question a bit, and that question is, how can low-code help decrease the workload of employees and improve their productivity? Eric, how about you take a stab at this?
Sure. So low code, and we saw some great examples of this in the demonstration, guys. So low code enables you to automate a lot of repetitive or manual processes. So in the demo, we saw how we can guide users utilizing scripting capabilities. So whether that's building scripts, it's suggesting the next best action or the next best offer. All of this is designed utilizing low-code technology. So it can also connect processes. So if we have the ability to transfer calls from one department to another, because we have the process flow capability built into the low-code platform, all of that can be put into a business process and connect those across multiple departments. So really, we can automate, again, any manual or repetitive tasks. We can build, custom applications, whether that's agent scripting options, guided answers. All of that can be built very easily utilizing low-code technology. So this is how we can make people more effective and let them concentrate on the call and the person's reason for calling themselves. And to Yuri's point, reduce that average handle time and increase customer satisfaction by being able to get answers quickly to that end user. So that's really how it's going to help them.
Great, thank you so much, Eric. I think I have a good question for Yuri now. What languages does your speech analytics support? What STT engine are you using, and can you use the one of your choice? So Yuri, would you please take this question?
Sure. STT stands for speech to text transcription. So we support custom modules that the customer may have for specific dialects, which is great to employ. But in general, we support all major languages, Spanish, French, Portuguese, Chinese, and so on.
Excellent, thank you so much, Yuri. Our next question is, can low-code automate call center processes? How does it work? So I believe we did touch on this a bit throughout the demo, but I think we can hand this off to you, Yuri, as our final question today.
Great. Yeah, we talked about it. So the processes are managed in Creatio Studio through the tool, which is embedded in there for authoring the processes. And they create certain switches and triggering events. And those, they drive the activities that are fed to the customer agent, customer service agent, or a sales rep working in the contact center. And then it's visualized through the UI and pushed to the workspace of the end user.
Excellent, thank you so much. So thank you to all the gentlemen who led this great discussion today. This was really a great webinar for our audience. Thank you to our participants for joining the call. We really hope that we were able to answer the majority of your question. And again, I'd like to remind you that any unanswered question, we look forward to answering offline today. And if you did register as a participant for the webinar, we'll be following up with a recording of the webinar. So we hope you found this valuable and a great use of your time. And we look forward to having you on future Creatio webinars.
Thank you all. Have a great day.